Speed, power, the promise of freedom on open water. For decades, Mercury Marine has built its legacy on outboards that roar to life, shove holes onto plane, and turn ordinary boaters into weekend legends. Some of their engines are nothing short of masterpieces, the kind you brag about owning. But not all Mercurys earn that badge of honor. Some left owners stranded miles from shore. Some emptied wallets faster than they burned fuel. And some developed reputations so notorious that mechanics could diagnose the problem the moment you said the model name. Today, we're wiping away the showroom shine and getting brutally honest. These are the 3 Mercury outboards you should think twice about, and the 4 that deserve every bit of praise they get. Real issues, real wins. No fanboy sugarcoating. Before we dive in, here's the criteria that actually matters. We're looking at real-world reliability, long-term owner reports, common factory defects, parts availability, repair cost nightmares, and how these engines behave when they're not sitting pretty on a stand at the dealership, but out there in salt, heat, and reality. If you're shopping used, if you're upgrading, or if you just want to know which engines live up to Mercury's legend and which ones don't, these are the outboards you'll want to hunt down, and the ones you'll want to run from. Let's start with the 3 worst Mercury outboards. 1. The Optimax Era. The Optimax line promised blistering 2-stroke performance with better fuel economy. A dream on paper. In practice, some Optimax engines delivered headaches, oil injection problems, sticky oil that gelled, blocked pickup screens, and tricky crankcase pressure oil delivery systems that could fail and starve the engine of lubrication. Owners reported engines that ran great one season and then started losing oil delivery or spitting oil back into the crankcase the next. These issues weren't universal. Many Optimax motors gave years of trouble-free use. But the number of recurring oil injection complaints made the Optimax a buyer beware on the used market. Practical tip: if you're looking at an Optimax, get a detailed service history and insist on seeing recent oil pump checks and oil pickup inspections. If the oil tank shows signs of gelled oil or the service shop can't prove consistent oil flow, walk away. 2. Early Veridue models. The Veridue brought luxury to outboards. Superchargers, gravity-fed power, quiet operation. But that sophistication can come at a cost. Owners of early Veridue V6 and V8 models reported issues with supercharger bearings, belt failures, occasional air leaks in the supercharger system, and intermittent electronic gremlins that trigger check online fault throttle style alarms. When a high-tech system like a Veridue hiccups, the fixes can be expensive and require dealer diagnostics. Notably, some large Veridue owners have logged repeated belt and alternator failures that add up over time. Again, many Veridue owners love their motors, but the complexity raises the stakes when something goes wrong. Practical tip: consider a Veridue only if you want the extra refinement and are prepared for dealer-level maintenance. For high-hour commercial use, a C-Pro or a simpler 4-stroke might be a better daily driver. 3. Some small Mariner Tohatsu-built 4-strokes. Mercury's entry-level and small 4-stroke engines, many of which were co-developed or built by Tohatsu, are generally fine for casual use. But there are documented cases where certain small displacement 4-strokes had difficult-to-service cam timing designs and other manufacturing quirks. On some models, users found the cam timing gear effectively bonded to the crankshaft. So, what could have been a relatively simple repair became a major job. These aren't headline-grabbing failures like a blown supercharger, but when a simple problem turns into a labor nightmare, owners notice. If you need a light, portable motor that you can service in your driveway, read the model-specific threads carefully. Practical tip: if you want a portable or small horsepower 4-stroke, research the exact model year and ask your local tech whether that model had timing cam issues. A well-maintained small outboard is still a fantastic value. But the devil's in the model details. Those are the three that raise red flags most often in owner communities and service bulletins. Now, let's swing to the bright side. The best Mercury models that tend to make owners grin, not groan. 1. Sea Pro. If your days end with salt water in your boots and long hours on the water, Mercury's Sea Pro line stands out as one of the most dependable choices in their entire catalog. Sea Pro outboards are built specifically for commercial duty service, the kind of work that destroys recreational engines long before their time. Patrol boats, commercial fishing fleets, dive operators, and harbor workboats rely on Sea Pro models because they're engineered for high-hour operation, reduced wear, and easier field servicing. Unlike their recreational counterparts, Sea Pro engines use heavier-duty components, reinforced gear cases, and calibration designed to deliver torque at lower RPMs, which reduces stress over thousands of operating hours. Industry reviews and fleet reports consistently highlight Sea Pro's long service intervals, predictable maintenance cycles, and lower lifetime operating costs. These are engines built to run hard, day after day, without the drama. Practical tip: a Sea Pro won't win any beauty contests, and it isn't the lightest Mercury option. But if you haul gear, carry passengers, or run long distances in demanding conditions, it's a highly reliable workhorse. When buying used, look for commercial maintained service logs, as high-hour engines with proper maintenance often outperform low-hour recreational engines that have been neglected. 2. 4-stroke family. Mercury's 4-stroke line is the core of the company's recreational outboard lineup, and one of the most widely used engine families on lakes and coastal waters. Designed for reliability over complexity, 4-stroke models prioritize easy ownership, predictable maintenance, and solid all-around performance. These engines are commonly paired with pontoon boats, center consoles, runabouts, and bass boats, and they've built a reputation for consistent cold starts, stable idle quality, and good fuel efficiency thanks to modern electronic fuel injection. From a technical standpoint, Mercury's 4-strokes avoid the superchargers, advanced cooling systems, and complex rigging found on Veridue models. This simpler design translates into lower long-term operating costs, fewer specialized parts, and less dependence on dealer-only service procedures. When maintained on schedule, many 4-stroke engines routinely exceed 1,000 to 2,000 hours without major failures, a lifespan well documented across owner reports and service records. Practical tip: stick to the recommended oil and filter change intervals. Use quality fuel and avoid long-term storage with high ethanol gasoline. Consistent basic maintenance is what keeps a 4-stroke running smoothly for years. 3. Pro XS Series. The Mercury Pro XS Series is designed to deliver high-performance outboard power while maintaining durability for serious anglers and performance boaters. Among the most popular models are the mid-range 115 to 150 HP motors, which are widely used on bass boats, bay boats, and small to mid-sized center consoles. These engines combine high torque across a broad RPM range, rapid acceleration, and responsive handling with the reliability of Mercury's proven 4-stroke architecture. Owner reports and long-term user forums indicate that when maintained according to Mercury's service schedule, Pro XS engines can provide thousands of hours of dependable operation without major mechanical issues, making them a rare example of a performance-oriented motor that doesn't require constant dealer intervention. Practical tip: to maximize longevity and performance, always select the correct propeller for your boat and intended use. Monitor water intake screens to prevent debris-related overheating, and maintain proper lower unit gear oil levels. Regular adherence to these basic maintenance practices is critical to keeping a Pro XS engine running reliably and efficiently. 4. Modern Veridue. While early generation Mercury Veridue outboards experienced issues with supercharger components, belt drives, and electronic systems, later generation Veridue models have significantly improved in reliability and performance. These engines are supercharged 4-stroke V6 and V8 designs with integrated advanced midsection, AMS vibration dampening technology, hydraulic power steering compatibility, and robust electronic controls. Independent testing and owner reports indicate that modern Veridues are among the quietest and smoothest high-horsepower outboards available, delivering refined operation across a broad RPM range while maintaining longevity when serviced correctly. From a technical perspective, improvements in supercharger durability, EFI mapping, and corrosion-resistant materials have addressed many of the problems seen in early units. Modern Veridues also feature diagnostic-ready electronics, which allow technicians to monitor engine performance and identify issues before they become serious failures. Practical tip: when buying a later generation Veridue used, prioritize engines with a complete dealer-maintained service history, including scheduled supercharger inspections and routine belt replacements. This ensures the engine remains reliable and allows you to fully benefit from its advanced performance and low NVH characteristics. Whether you choose a C-Pro, 4-stroke, Pro XS, or Veridue, follow these steps to avoid surprises. 1. Check service bulletins and recall history. Dealers can verify if a VIN serial range had manufacturer campaigns or known issues. Cross-check with official service bulletins. 2. Compression and oil flow tests. For Optimax or other oil-injected 2-strokes, verify compression and oil delivery to detect intermittent problems. 3. Inspect for corrosion. Check sacrificial anodes and signs of saltwater damage. Even durable engines suffer if left untreated. 4. Get a pre-purchase inspection. Have a qualified Mercury technician evaluate the engine beyond a short demo run. 5. Watch the motor to its use. C-Pro for commercial hours, Veridue for luxury and quiet operation, 4-stroke or Pro XS for reliable daily use. Maintenance wins the race. Regular maintenance is the key to longevity. Change gear oil, flush after saltwater use, replace impellers and belts on schedule, and keep fuel stabilized with clean filters. A well-maintained engine, even a high-tech Optimax or Veridue, will outlast a neglected bulletproof motor. Treat your outboard like an investment, not a gamble. Key takeaways: Mercury builds engines from small 2.5 HP motors to supercharged V8s. Avoid engines with recurring, expensive failures unless you have a complete service history. Use C-Pro and 4-stroke engines as your baseline for reliability. Pro XS for performance and modern Veridue for luxury, with the understanding that some dealer-level service may be needed. If this guide helped you, hit like, subscribe, and comment with the Mercury outboards you trust, and the ones you'd avoid. Your input helps us pick the next video. Safe boating and more time on the water.